Hi, greetings. My name is Coach D. Some people know me as Dee Dee or Miriam. You can reach me on Instagram at Free Spirit Coach D32. And you can find me on Facebook, Miriam or D. So the topic I'm going to talk about today is relationships again, but I want to focus it more on my experience with different relationships that I've been in. Like I've shared before in a previous video, I've been in all different types of relationships, but I think the relationships that taught me the most were the relationships I was in where the person I was with was on some level unavailable to me, whether it was emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually. I have been in relationships where I was the other woman, and I think those are relationships that have taught me the biggest lessons. And that, a lot of people have judgment and shame wrapped around women or men who have, I don't want to just limit it, who have been involved with people who have been married. I'm guilty of that. I've dated someone that was married. She was a very good friend of mine. We'd known each other since we were teenagers, actually. And I was the mistress. I played the part of the other woman, and I played it very well. But a lot of times when you find yourself in situations like that, you can only, what's the word I'm looking for? You can only do it for so long before something shifts, whether you are that person who catches more feelings and wants more, or that other person is presented in a situation where they have to choose whether or not they want to continue being involved with you or break up their marriage. And so from my experience when I was in it, it really taught me a lot about myself. I think I attracted her into my life because I was emotionally unavailable. So to be involved with someone who was physically unavailable to me, it worked out fine for me at the time. But then it got to a place where feelings and emotions got more invested. There was decisions that needed to be made. And I guess in the back of my mind, I'm going to be honest, I thought that she would leave her wife. But I ended up being very wrong because there was children involved. There was investments. There was homes. There was joint accounts. There was all kinds of stuff involved. But in that situation, I learned so much more about myself. I realized more than ever what I really wanted and what my self-worth was. I still love her to this day. I'll always love her, but I know that I attracted her because of where I was in my life. And I've forgiven her. I've forgiven myself mainly because I know for me, to each his own, but I don't want to share. I don't want to be with someone who has got all these loose ends and who's involved with more than one person. That doesn't work for me. But people who that does work for, kudos to you. But I know that when you know your value and you know your worth and you know that you can have everything that you want and you don't have to compromise or settle, I think that that's when life really begins, and you realize that when you look back at all the past relationships you've been in and the situations you've been in, you're like, wow, like all those things I went through got me to the place that I'm at now. So I needed all those experiences to appreciate what I have right in front of me. So, or what you have right in front of you. So yeah, I hope that this video was very short, but provided some type of insight if you're currently in a situation like that where you're the other woman or you find yourself attracting that into your life. Just kind of, you have to look at yourself because everything that you bring into your reality, you've attracted on some level. And so once you get clear as to what you really want, you can change your point of attraction. So food for thought for the day. I hope everyone's day is going well. I'm so glad it's Friday. I cannot wait until the weekend because I'm actually off and I'm going to really milk it for what it's worth. So peace, love, and light. I hope everyone's day is filled with lots of love and happiness. Peace.